Hello. So, just an FYI, at the time of recording, it is before 6 a.m. on a Friday. And so I'm a little tired. And yeah. Um, I'm loving these videos, and mainly because I'm also like, these are my people. I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to do anything. But it gets the message across to you, which is what I want. So today we are here to talk about the choices you made. So here's what happened. Last night we went to Red Robin for dinner for Aubrey's son's fundraiser. And Red Robin even has allergy-friendly stuff normally. They were out of some things. There are supply issues in the restaurant business for sure. So they didn't have any other gluten buns, but that was actually fine. I probably wouldn't have had a bun anyways because I do try to limit my carbs at dinner. Because I follow the 2B mindset. So normally we're no carbs at dinner. So even if I do have some carbs, I definitely try to cut back and have not like a ton of carbs. So I did my burger in a lettuce wrap. I got a guacamole bacon burger. I don't normally eat bacon, but it really sounded good. I don't know. So I got a guacamole bacon burger in a lettuce wrap. You can do bottomless salads. So Aubrey did a bottomless Caesar salad without croutons, and I did bottomless sweet potato fries. And we shared. And I ate my whole burger, which is way less filling when you eat it in a lettuce wrap, I will say, because that bun adds a lot of I don't know, just fullness to your meal, right? So here's the thing. I consciously made these choices while I was there. Their allergy fryer was broken. So I knew if I wanted fries, I was going to be eating fries that were fried in a fryer with other gluten things. Sorry, this is TMI, but we're just going to roll into this because we got to be real and talk about what happens when we make these choices, right? So when I was eating crap food all the time, when I was not before Beachbody, and I say Beachbody because everything about Beachbody changed the way I look at food, changed the way I eat food, changed the way I look at exercise, changed the way I exercise, changed the way I looked at my body, and changed the way I looked at health. I used to be, and we're going a little off on tangent today, but that's okay. That's what we do. I honestly used to be that person that would say to a skinny person if they were exercising, like, why are you exercising? You're already skinny. We don't exercise just to lose weight, y'all. Like, we exercise for our mental health. We exercise because it's good for our pain. We exercise because we should have muscles and strong muscles, and we should be strong in our bodies. And there are so many reasons to exercise other than just to lose weight. Actually, to lose weight is only one reason to exercise, and there are so many. So, say that, ADHD. Let me get back on track. Red Robin. So, what's the point? You're going to go out to dinner. You're going to go out to restaurants. So here are my best tips. And then I'm going to be real with you and tell you how last night went and how I'm feeling today. And what I'm going to do about it. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't been to Red Robin in years. I don't think I've been there since I was gluten-free. So I was actually kind of excited to try it because I hadn't been there in forever. I used to work there. Ashley was our server last night. It was wonderful. I'll be sharing our picture in the group because I took a selfie, of course. But so I knew it was going to be an indulge. I was looking at the salads, but I really wanted a burger. I wanted a burger. Okay, so if you're going to a restaurant, this is very, very important, and I need you to listen to me very, very carefully. What you want to see and feel tomorrow should play a role in you deciding your dinner the night before. And I don't mean in a bad way. I don't mean in a way that you punish yourself or a way that you limit yourself or a way that you don't let yourself have the things. And the more you do this, you'll see why, and there will start to be a pattern, and you'll choose less and less because you want to feel better and better. But when you eat crap food all the time, you just always feel like crap. And so you don't realize that it's the food that you're eating that is making you feel this way. And so we go through growing pains when we eliminate those foods. We have headaches. Our bodies basically detox. Our bodies like detox from the shit food that we're eating. So now we're eating clean. We're eating healthy. We're not eating out as much, right? And then we make a choice to go out. And our first instinct is get all the stuff I haven't had for months. Treat myself with this or this because I've been so good. And while I'm not saying that you haven't been good and you can't treat yourself, I want you to stop fucking with yourself that way. I want you to stop fucking with your brain with food. I want you to stop saying all week long that you can't have XYZ because you're being good. And then on the weekend, you're saying, all right, I was good all week. Now I can have XYZ. Do you realize how fucked up that is? Do you realize how fucked up all that is to what you're saying to yourself? Like you're basically like, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. How is something wrong during the week, but then that's your treat on the weekend? No. Like that doesn't fly and it can't fly. And if you want to get to a place where you don't look at food as punishment or that it doesn't control you and things like that, you have to stop doing that. You have to stop doing that right now. Either allow yourself to have a little bit of it, stop talking to yourself about it that way. I don't like to call food bad. Just like I don't like to call words, like they're not bad words, they're adult words. Because, there's unhealthier food and there's healthier food. There's food that is going to give your body fuel and feel good. And there's food that may taste good, but it's going to take your energy. It's going to make you feel not so good. And when we start actually associating food in that way, we make better choices because we make those choices based on how we want to feel. And so this is a process. It is a process. You will fail. You will undoubtedly pick wrong and regret it. There's a lesson in that. And it's okay. So we don't hate when it happens. We don't hate when we overindulge at a party. We don't. We learn from it. We take that situation, we break it down, and we say, okay, next time, this is how I want to be, right? So if you're going out to eat, if you've never been to the restaurant before, I always recommend looking at the menu online first. One, there's a couple reasons for this. One, look at the menu online first before you're really hungry. Because by the time you get to that restaurant, you're hungry and you smell all the things, you don't want that like well thought out planned meal that you had. You are hungry, you want So if you plan what you're getting ahead of time, you will stay on track. You will choose what you want in that moment, that planned out, thought out moment before, instead of the temptations that are going to sit in front of you. And again, I'm not telling you that you can't have them, but the less that you have them, the better you will feel. And I want you to have them in moderation. If you go out to dinner and you have an appetizer that you really want, and then you have a sensible dinner and water, fine. Or you have a sensible dinner and you have the dessert you want, fine, balance. But if you go out to dinner and you have greasy appetizers, you have a fatty dinner, and then you have dessert, you are going to feel hungover as fuck the next day. If you haven't had a food hangover yet, they're real. They're so real. So we look at the menu ahead of time. And then when we're there, what was the other reason for the menu? Just to know ahead of time, and to have a plan, right? So I recommend that. So I went yesterday, looked at the menu, got the gluten-free menu, looked it up. And Ashley asked me, she said, so our allergy fryer is broken. Do you still want the fries? And I said, I do still want the fries. And she asked me about the seasoning. It didn't say it had any gluten in it. And I said, sure. And I said, at this point, it's kind of like, I was like, well, at this point, if I'm already swimming in the pool, it doesn't matter if I get wet, right? So I don't think that's a very good metaphor. But anyways, so I even said to her last night, it won't make me sick. I just won't feel the best, and I'll probably shit a lot tomorrow morning. And I got up at 5:15, and by 5:40, I had already went to the bathroom 8 times. 8 times in like 20 minutes. I came up here, I had to keep going. I was like, I don't know why I just don't stay in the bathroom. Now I'm fine. And so that was a choice that I made. And now this morning, I'm seeing how that choice played out, right? And I'm sorry if that's TMI, but this is the reality. When you eat crap food, then your body's like, whoa. Do you ever notice? Are there any foods or things that you eat and then you have really stinky gas? That is your body probably telling you that there's a sensitivity there, that it didn't like something. Like, our bodies talk to us all the time. We just have learned to tune them out. We have just learned to tune them out. So now we have to get back to listening to our bodies, learning how to speak our body language. That's what we have to learn. So when you go out, when you fall off the wagon, when you eat those things, there is a lesson here for you. It is not a punishment. We take this as a lesson for next time. We know better. When we know better, we do better. And it's because we want to, not because we have to or are forced to or we're cutting it out. When you start, and I want you guys to make those choices. I want you to have the pizza at the birthday party after now listen, I need you to keep it out for a while, because if you don't remove it, your body doesn't have a chance to like reset itself, basically. And it sounds like uncomfortable and something you wouldn't really want, but if you are able to reset your body with healthy food, getting the junk out, when you add it back in, your body will talk to you. Your body will let you know. And yeah, maybe that sounds like a bad thing. Like, I don't want this food to upset me all the time. Well, it already is. It already is. Your body has been screaming at you for years. You have just ignored it. And you have said the problem is something else, or I can, or this or that. It's your food. It's your food. And in the spring of 2022, right now it is the fall of 2021 at time of recording, because I'm leaving these in the group forever. This is good info that always applies. We have a gut health program coming out, and I'm going to push it hard with everyone in my group because I think it is freaking genius. It has only been a couple years that I have been gluten-free, and I figured that out after doing our 3-day cleanse. So, long story short here, I went to Red Robin. I made conscious choices of what I wanted to eat, knowing it may upset me. And here I am this morning, like, all right, that's what I get for that choice. Here's another thing. Please, if you consciously make the choice to indulge, and I say indulge, when I say indulge, I mean eat off plan. I don't mean overindulge, although if that happens too, it happens. And so if that does happen to you, first things first, water, hydrate, Shakeology, and a workout the next day. I know you're not going to want to work out. And I had somebody ask me, not in our group, somebody asked me, she said, your food looks delicious, but what do you do when you want to eat chocolate or ice cream or fast food? Do you just not eat those things? And I said, honestly, everything for me is in moderation. I eat fast food way less than I used to, and the type of fast food I eat is different. Now our fast food is Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. It used to be Taco Bell and Wendy's. So we've upgraded a little bit on our fast food, and we don't have it nearly as much as we used to. But I told her, I said, no, I don't super restrict myself. Actually, I have to live in balance and moderation. If I take something out and tell myself that I cannot have the things, that's all I fucking want. And I and my brain will do everything to self-sabotage to get it. So it's moderation, and it's learning how to live in balance. And it's learning how your body reacts to these things, because it's a lifestyle. This is something that I want you to do forever. I don't want you to quit. I want you to have this stuff and realize what it does to you. And then maybe you have less. Like, so if I went back, if I still wanted to have the fries, I would have a salad instead of a burger. Or better yet, I'd probably have a salad instead of a burger. I feel like it might have been the burger. I don't know. I'm not mad about it. That's the point. Oh, what I was going on, I got a little derailed. Don't weigh yourself. Don't do it. If you made the conscious choice, or you didn't make the choice beforehand, but you ended up doing the things, whatever, right? So you had a night of fun last night. This morning is not the day you get up and wait and get on the scale. And if you do, Grace, first of all, if you're coming back from a vacation, or you just had a big meal, or you partied all weekend, yeah, that scale is definitely going to go up. It's going to go up. It just is. One, part of it is bloating from all that food you ate this weekend. It may go back down. Here's the other thing. Once you remove all this crap from your diet and you clean up your diet, even if you go off the rails and eat like shit for a whole week or a weekend and you gain 5-6 pounds, it really truly only takes a couple days back on track for your body to regulate back down. It never takes as long to lose it the second time as it did the first time. So don't get discouraged if you overeat or you made poor choices and the scale went up. Drink your water, drink your shake, get back on track, because it'll make you feel better. Push play, even if it's not the best workout, and weigh yourself again in a few days. But I recommend not even weighing yourself unless you need it as a tool to see how your body reacts. If you are in any way, shape, or form guilting yourself or punishing yourself for eating those things because the scale went up, I'm not okay with that. That's doing damage. Do you see the difference? You can use the scale as a form of measure to help you see how it is changing and progressing based on the foods you eat, but you cannot use it to beat yourself down. That's not okay. And this woman also asked me, she said, so when you eat out or when you eat those things, do you just work out harder? And I thought that's an excellent question. And I said to her, actually, no. I said, I do always work out, the day after because it helps me feel better. I said, but I usually don't feel great because of the food I ate. So I usually end up getting a little worse of a workout. Like my workout is not its best. Let's say that, right? Because I'm like food hungover. So it's also not that I'm like going downstairs and punishing myself. I'm giving myself grace, but I'm pushing through it because I know that first workout after is so crucial, even if it sucks. Even if I have low energy, which you will. Even if I don't want to do it, probably won't. Right? Even if I feel bloated and icky and blah, you always feel dragged down. Like it took everything I had to get out of bed this morning, not just because of the Red Robin, but it's also like I got my period last night. So I didn't want to get up at all, but I knew if I laid in bed, I would continue to feel yucky and I would skip my workout and then I would feel even worse. And it's almost like the yuckiness will just keep rolling over until you get back on track and do the things. So if you have a night out, a wedding, a party, an outing, a gathering, just a date, and you go overboard or you go off track and you feel like crap the next day, that's when you come in the group and just tell us. We're not gonna like tar and feather you because you ate like crap. We're gonna tell you, first of all, when you tell us, I want you to come to a conclusion. I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. All right, I made these choices, feeling it today. Next time, probably won't have that second piece of pizza or third piece of pizza or second glass of wine. How will you adjust next time so that you can still maybe have the things you want, but not feel as shitty the next day? So we evaluate. Everything is a lesson in our journey. You're never failing. You're never fucking up. You're just learning how your body handles things and maybe how you want to handle it a little better next time. So this one was a little bit longer today, but I thought it was super important. So I hope it was helpful. Comment on these. Tell me what kind of topics you guys want to see. Are you loving this as much as I'm loving this? Because every time I have a thought in my head, I'm like, video. Money. All right. Have a great day. And make good choices for you. Make choices that you're okay with. That's what I want for you. I want you, like I woke up today feeling fine about Red Robin. I mean, I didn't really like going to the bathroom like 8 times, but I was like, yeah. Wasn't tempted to step on the scale at all because I don't care. I didn't like, it's what I want for you. It's what I want for you. All right. Freedom, food freedom. It's a thing. We get there little by little. And we get there learning our relationship with food, how our body language, like that's huge. Start listening to your body. It's talking to you all the fucking time. All right, that's it. I'm out. Have a good one.